Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is June 21st.
Yeah.
We made it to the end of the week. Lisa, Scott, we've got Robert in with us this morning to get our forecast. Before we jump into our forecast, of course, we want to remind you we're live on Facebook every weekday morning. It stays on your feed, though, throughout the day, so you can watch it whenever it works best for you. Also, it's made into a podcast. You can find that at inform.com/podcast. Just look for the Inform Minute, and not just Facebook. Check us out on all of our social media platforms.
June 21st already. It seems like summer's already starting to fly by, but we haven't really got much of that summer weather yet, and today is kind of another meh temperature day as far as that goes.
Yeah, it's still in the 70s, so that's pretty good. No one's complaining about that. We do have a couple of clouds overhead, but we're already starting to see some peaks of sunshine. Regardless, it's still going to be a nice day. Of course, people will go out for walks and whatnot, and Lakes Country, people will still be out there. The good news is that the winds will stay light, so if you're out on the boats or whatnot, it's not going to be too choppy outside, and we'll be looking at a chance at stray showers later on today. It's not going to be a washout by any means, but that transitions into tomorrow as well, so we might see some showers for Saturday morning into the afternoon and for Lakes Country. That might stick around until the early afternoon. Otherwise, temperatures tomorrow also in the mid-70s, and then our next chance of storms, that rolls into Monday, but we'll worry about that once we get closer to it. So.
Sure.
And some 80s are coming later, like next week as well. So.
Monday actually starting off in the mid-80s, and then we kind of bounce around a little bit between the upper 70s and low 80s, but that's still pretty warm temperature. So it's not going to be like the heat dome out east where we're seeing near triple-digit temperatures for
crazy.
Washington, D.C. or Pittsburgh, for example. So.
Yeah, this morning on First News, we also talked about some flooding near Hibbing. I know there's a lot of moisture coming down in South Dakota, southwest Minnesota, some different areas too. Can you talk a little bit about some of that moisture we're seeing and what's going on with that?
Yeah, so last night we had, of course, some really heavy rainfall move into areas of South Dakota, so Mitchell and Sioux Falls, and along I-29, really, for example, or I-90, I should say, just a whole bunch of really heavy thunderstorms training along each other. So that just means it was one thunderstorm, and behind it, it just kept moving over the same area over and over and over. We've already seen some pictures of flooding. We have our other meteorologist, Charles, downstairs. He's working on some webcasts, and there's already some flooded roadways out there. So we've already seen some areas get over 4 or 5 inches of rain. So pretty similar to the situation in Hibbing. That's going on in South Dakota right now. The good news is that rain has moved on out, but now areas in Minneapolis, Mankato, Rochester, not quite as heavy of rain, but they're getting good soaking this morning. So there's a bit of a soggy commute for work.
We don't need any more of that rain here either because we've had a lot of it. So.
Absolutely. It was nice to get those lawns nice and green, but after that it was just, all right, we've had enough.
Yeah, we need some sunshine and some heat now. That'd be nice. Can you do that for us, please?
You know, I'll try my best. I'll try my best.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Robert. All right, let's dive into some local headlines this morning for you. New this morning, a 3-vehicle crash near Crookston sent 3 people to the hospital. It happened just before midnight at the intersection of Highway 2 and Highway 75. That's just outside the city limits there. A car was making a left turn onto the highway, hit another car, and then a third car ended up getting into the wreckage. So we're still working to work out some more details, but we know they went to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Things are looking a little different in downtown Fargo. You may have noticed streetlights along NP are now flashing red, which of course means you have to treat those intersections like a 4-way stop. But now we've learned that crews in Fargo are actually working to remove those traffic lights and replace them with stop signs. Kind of seems like kind of going the opposite way you would think. But city leaders say actually it will make it a safer intersection, especially for pedestrians. There's going to be some other work down in that same area as well. So just a heads up, it's going to be kind of congested.
All right, also today, the Red River Amateur Golf Tournament starts today at the Moorhead Country Club. You can watch it all live on WDAY Plus. It's a big deal, lots of great golfers there. Round 1 starts at noon today. Round 2 and 3, Saturday and Sunday, also start at 12 o'clock.
Today, the Scandinavian Festival kicks off as well at the Kamp Center in Moorhead. Sweden is this year's host country. The festival goes from 10 to 5 today and tomorrow.
All right, the stage has been set for next week's presidential debate. President Joe Biden will get the right side podium on the stage. And then Donald Trump, he's going to get the final word. That was actually decided over a coin flip, which I find quite interesting. And
I agree. I didn't know that.
Seems so high stakes, I guess, but whatever, it works. The debate will be June 27th at 8 o'clock.
Game 6 of the Stanley Cup is tonight. The Panthers can clinch the cup with a win, but the Oilers, of course, are making it tough. They do not want to be eliminated. The last 2 games have been pretty wild.
Yeah, they have.
Tonight's game is in Edmonton. If the Oilers win, they force a winner-take-all Game 7 in Florida on Monday. So
that'd be exciting. I'm hoping for that because we just want more playoff hockey. You can also watch that game tonight at, like you said, on WDAY, so that's exciting. Easton Stick is back in town for his annual quarterback camp. He's also in studio today with Dom on Hot Mic to start off the show at 9 o'clock, so tune in for that. Plus, NDSU national champion Peyton Otterdahl looks to return to the Olympics this weekend in the shot put. He joins the show about his prospects of heading to Paris. Hot Mic is live from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and on Inform.com.
And now is a great time to get your Inform.com subscription, 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to check it out.
Remember, join us for the rest of the day as well on air. Our next newscast is at 11, then 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And you can watch First News over the weekend and get the latest on the forecast so you can see if you can make it out to the lake or not.
Have a great day, everyone.